were trying to end up things in a cast. What I could see and inevitably feel was this same girl also used to like some another guy in the class, some another character in that cartoons. But in middle school and high school, I decided I'm just gonna keep myself away from it because every guy in the class is falling for this same content. They want to end up things in bed. The girls looking for guys who've got money because guys want the body, and in exchange for that body, women are looking for that money. And nobody says it directly, but this is what the relationships have become these days. And that is also the reason all these things, like all that content on all these explicit content platforms, are striving more than ever. All those scenes are a story trying to fill up for the feelings of people. And was this the case with me? It was the case. And in the college days, it just got multiplied. Now, I'm making this specific piece for all the guys who believe this is their reality, like this is bound to happen, and also for the younger men who believe in a couple days this is going to be their reality because this is how the world works. Well, I want to tell you and debug it for you guys because this is actually not the case. The reality is totally different, and I want to drag you down to your real reality because if you just stay away from this, you're always going to stay in this delusion of this is bound to happen, and you'll just keep waiting. And when you keep waiting for this, which is actually never really real, never was real, in the first place, the way you were thinking about it, you are not going to be the guy who you were destined to be. And it could be anything. Whatever you were destined to be on this planet Earth, you won't reach that because this thing is snatching you away from that. And before I unzip any of this reality to you guys, I want to tell you my story. Why was I thinking like this in the first place at 6 years young? Which should not be happening to a kid, but it has been happening to me since so young. And I realized it now, like, as a child, I was still thinking about it. And why was I thinking about it? Okay, maybe there's something that's coming from the past life, but let's just keep it to the present life here, because I'm only telling things that I faced as a young kid. So when I was 6 years young, I used to watch a lot of cartoons, and all of these cartoons had something in common. The main character, just like Tom and Jerry, Tom used to love a white cat. Jerry also used to love a mouse, a female mouse. And all the other cartoons had this same way of showcasing it. The main character was falling for a woman. And as a kid, I was not able to understand all these feelings, but what I could see and inevitably feel was they were trying to end up things in a kiss, or they were dreaming of kissing their dream woman. Also, they were trying to get themselves into maybe more, but as a child, I could feel that they were trying to end up things physically. But this gave me a perception at such a young age, like this is something either you have to make it happen, or this is going to happen to you because this same girl also used to like some another guy in the class, some another character in that cartoon. So I was sure about this, like this either has to happen or I'll have to make it happen for myself. Now, growing up as a kid, when I'm just getting a little better with my senses, I can feel it for all the guys, because all the guys are talking about this, but nobody is talking about the real feelings, meaning they're trying to care about that other counterpart for real. And also the other things that come with living with someone, but they only cared about the body, as a kid. So when I was 6 and when I was around like 12, 13, 14, I could see it with the guys in the class. They were trying to get it for the body, not even trying to feel what she's all about. What is she beneath the skin, but only her body. And the moment I got in my college and adult phase, I got exposed really good to that content, because it was not like I didn't know it back then when I was in middle school or high school. But in middle school and high school, I decided I'm just going to keep myself away from it because every guy in the class is falling for this same content. And obviously they're gooning so much, and they're also discussing about this all day. And when they discuss about this, they're only seeking these counterparts as bodies, not women. Like, what is she all about from the inside? What does she care about? about? Does she not care about anything else? What are her feelings, her sorrows, her joy? They were not caring about this. Like, they were using these same feelings to end up things there. Like, the main goal in the head when the guys were in the middle and high school was they want to end up things in bed for the majority of the men. And was this the case with me? Well, because I was in these circumstances, it was the case, but I was also taming myself. I was controlling myself. I knew, like, this is so bad. I only want her for her body. So that is why, in the middle school days and the high school days, I did not watch any of that content. Like, I did watch it, but I was not too intense into it because I knew, like, this is just not good and I should keep myself away from it. But as soon as I got into my college phase, I was really curious about this. Okay, like, what is it that everybody is just talking about? And I am just going to start stroking. Okay, because I want to feel for myself. I am a guy. I got balls. I've got all that white F. Maybe just let me feel it. I swear, I'm not gonna get addicted to it, which obviously was not my reality. A couple months and years later, I fell for it really good, and I got addicted to it, and it was just almost impossible not like impossible, but I could see myself breaking. Physically, at least, not emotionally or mentally, because I knew it, like, I have to reverse it someday, but I pushed it to an edge where I was not able to handle things physically, meaning in the evening time, I was not able to hit like 5 push-ups, because in the evening, your body is at its best to do any of the workouts, and I was only able to hit 5 push-ups. And prior to these days, when I was retaining it all, even if you wake me up at 4 a.m. and I'm in this, like, sleep mode on, but still on my legs, and you ask me to do 20 to 25 push-ups while keeping my eyes closed, while feeling all that sleepiness, I was going to do 20, 25 push-ups. And I've tried it in the past, so I know what my body was and what I did to myself in the college days. And in the college days, it just got multiplied, because it's not only about the girls. It was about the other things that were available to smoke, to drink, although I did not do any of it, but all the guys were into either let's smoke this, let's smoke something higher, let's drink something better, let's get a better girl for her body, not for the sake of knowing her, because this is just the way of living defined by young men, or maybe like young people around the world. And that's why you also find the girls looking for guys who've got money, because guys want the body. And in exchange for that body, women are looking for that money. And nobody says it directly, but this is what the relationships have become these days. And that is also the reason all these things, like all that content on all these explicit content platforms, are thriving more than ever, because for the money, you get that body. Virtually, for some people, and for some people it's real, they pay it and they get that body. Now, if this made you get knocked into reality a little, I want to tell you, you must be up here with a question like, what do I do then when I feel all of this, because my surroundings are like this, and they are going to be like this because the majority of the people do not want to release themselves of this, but they actually want to dive deeper into feeling it, into feeling more and more, getting more bodies on their body, and it's just getting higher on the other side. And there are a couple people who want to be out of this, but inevitably, including myself, cannot say that we just don't want to feel it, or we just cannot turn off this feeling. And that is true. You cannot turn off this feeling. You will be feeling all of these feelings at some point in your life. And some days it's going to be so much higher. Some days it's going to be mild, but it's never going to fade. It's always going to be there. So, are any of you guys wrong, or am I wrong for feeling it this way and making up these thoughts in our heads? Because, yeah, this is our reality. This is what we think about. And this is why we start to goon in the first place, because we do not have a body. So this is the closest thing that we have to enjoy it for ourselves. And we get our hand down there. I want to tell you, none of you guys are at fault. Neither I am at fault. Because we all are in a condition like this. Let's just assume your parents are really strict and they do not allow you any of this stuff. They encourage you. But When you watch any content, this content is gonna deliver for that. And through that content, like I'm not talking about those videos. I'm talking about the normal movies, cartoons, whatever that is. Like some point in your life, you are gonna be exposed to this, and this is gonna make you go dig deeper into, okay, what is this all about? So I'm not telling you guys to dump these feelings. You should have these feelings, and it is totally normal to feel it like this. It's only gonna be sinistrous when you only try to feel this for the sake of getting the body. Meaning, if you like a woman, you should go for her, you should talk to her, and express your feelings, try to know her, but it should be coming from a genuine place of trying to know her, genuinely caring about her joys and sorrows, and sharing life emotions with her, and not wanting her only for her body. Now, that's the only sin you are gonna commit, and I have committed this in my head, but I'm releasing myself off it. And this is also gonna take time to release yourself of these type of feelings, because even in the cartoons, they do show it like this character has got feelings for her, but it's a character. It's a movie. They made it like this. Was that ever real? And if that was real, how do we believe it? You know? We are just never gonna have answers to it, because all those scenes are a story trying to fill up for the feelings of people. Because why are people watching these movies more than any time ever? I'm not talking about those videos again. I'm talking about the romantic movies or the other movies. Everything has it in common. And these movies are trying to fill up the feelings that you're trying to feel for yourself. Meaning, in some cases, you want to be a superhero. And because you were that superhero in that moment, this is going to earn you that girl. For some people, they're watching their romantic movie because they want their love life to look like this. So all these movies are filling you up, are filling up for these feelings that you have in yourself, and they never got fooled by anyone. So yeah, it's always going to be there, but your reality is this. Keep yourself away from the body and try to really feel her.